senses that he's online, and it says to go live with him. All right, the market's starting to retrace upward off of that downward reactionary move. It's just minor movement at this point. Seeing. Still got a ways to go. All right. All right, good. Good morning, everybody out there, everywhere, wherever you are. What's the market reacting to? Yeah, perfect. That's what I'm going to talk about right now. So we had unemployment numbers come in this morning, and they were better than expected. Not by a whole heck of a lot, but not by a negligible amount. Slightly above a negligible amount. Okay, it was 3.5% versus 3.7% unemployment. And so that's just not in the right direction to show that the economy is destimulating, and deflating. That's just not the right reading. And it means that the Fed may have to get more aggressive. So it puts a little bit of percentage probability boost on, some of the outlier concepts, which could be like, for example, that the Fed may have to push harder. Do one more rate hike than he expected. It just adds a little bit of percent probability to the negative thesis out there, and that's why the market reacted negatively, and the market is reacting negatively right now. So we did see it drop, and we were at about a 25% retrace on this entire move that we've made this week. But now with that information, we are now at a 50% retrace. So we're now 50% off the top of the highs of this week, which was very green, came off the bottom, kind of worthwhile, kicking off an uptrend, and now we just got slammed by a good click with this unemployment information. So we'll see how the market plays out and reacts to that fully. Right now, it seems to have kind of found a bottom and is digesting it. Seems to want to go down. But it's in a sort of a supportive area at the moment. And we're also taking a look at all these pot stocks. Yesterday and the last couple of days, there's been some movement with the marijuana stocks because of legislation potentially going through. And so it seems out there with all of your favorite pot stocks that TLRY is getting the most volume and the most attention, and it's actually holding VWAP the best. So it is, relatively speaking, the strongest. And so we'll keep an eye on that. TLRY, TLRY. It needs to come up and over a particular pivot point really to be hot again, about $4.15. So watch for it to break that $4.15 level. That could be a useful level to get in at. And the stop you would want to put is something around 370. So 45 cents, roughly 50 cents of risk. Now you want to calculate that up. Let's see. And then we're also watching ADTX, but that seems to be fading too smoothly through VWAP. I don't really want to see that. I put that on the sort of the VWAP dip buy side of things, if not even just fully failed, and it's fading back to the pits of hell. We're also watching Hexo, Kern, and Lucy. And Lucy put in a nice base. I don't know what the word is on Lucy. If it's whatever the news is on it. will determine whether or not it has any further legs, or if it's just going to hang out and peg right around $3 here. See, yeah, and also oil moved up to $90 overnight, and I had that bedtime trade set, and that worked out. We hit profit target on that. I also had the euro bedtime trade going on there. That didn't trigger; would have gone the other way. But I also had a trade to go short on that already in effect. So had it gone the other way, it would have canceled my other trade and then put on the new trade. Did not do that, but it did profit and take advantage of the drop in the euro that followed our drop of our markets. Gold also took a little hit back there with the unemployment numbers. It was at about 1717. Now it's at like 17. It hit 1699, 1700. Now it's at about 1710. So yeah, minor movement. That's gold for you. All right. Well, we've got about 5.5 minutes until the market opens. Yeah, exactly. And the VIX is elevating, and fears are rising, and it's Friday. And we don't know what the market's going to do with all this and how it's going to digest it. We could be getting the call-ins from the hedge fund managers out in Connecticut, the Hamptons, and yeah, can you just cut everything, just fuck it, just cut everything. We could get some Friday 3-day vacation hedge fund calls, and so who knows, this could be a high volume day. We'll see. TLRY started with a 20 million float. They have almost maxed their what is that? OS. What do you mean by that? Now at 580 million float. I mean, talk about dilution. Jesus. I mean, how can you possibly have any future when you're diluting your shareholders like that? Open, maybe you went short or something. Yeah, I don't know. All right, we just a couple minutes until the market opens. It's going to be interesting which way it moves. No, I don't. Well, I don't know what bull flag on what time frame you're talking about, but nothing's intact right now with these unemployment numbers. I'm not going to tell you that the market's going to go down or up. We need to see how this plays out. It's found a little bottom here at some support from prior levels. We don't know if that's going to. Oh, outstanding shares. Shane, thank you. Yes. Let me know if I ever go robo. I got to. I don't know. This headset's not been great. Weed tech. Oh, Kern is weed too. Oh, interesting. All right. Potential there too. If this market does break down, you can try and attack it with some puts or short or however you can do it, or you could grab a weak stock, a stock of relative weakness, and short that, such as Tesla, or Chris was talking about AMD this morning. I think probably Tesla is a better pick, but I haven't really fully analyzed that. Let me take a look at that. Yeah, Tesla's weak as fuck. I'd go after Tesla for negative alpha if you were looking for it, or just an index. It is if you get puts or in the hard to borrow club. Yeah. Oh, is it HGB right now? Oh, okay. Well, you can get puts. That's one of the most liquid options on the market. All right, we've got 1 minute and 30 seconds before this market opens. It's going to be a shitstorm. If people are waiting to buy at lows, I don't know that I don't know that this market open is going to be it. You know, I think those same people have the mindset to wait for it to dip more. I think we're not going to get bought up at the open. I think we're going to drop, but I'm perfectly fine if it goes up at the open. All right, here we go. 40 seconds. Netflix, no. Tesla's much weaker. I would favor Tesla between Netflix and Tesla. And Netflix has shown a lot of relative strength in the last few weeks, so I would attack Tesla for the short if you needed to try and short the market, you know. But that's not a confirmed trade at this point. You have to take the signal on your own if the market starts breaking down. Okay, 10 seconds. Watch TLRY. There goes. Actually, TLRY, remember, is getting close to that $4.15 level. That will be an entry for 50 cents of risk on TLRY if it gets to 4.15. There we go. All right, the market is selling off at the open as I was thinking it would. And it's getting bought up 50%. Coming back, it's actually getting bought up. And we're now making a new high. We're starting to break through the highs after that open. Now, TLRY just dropped right from the open. I mean, just nobody likes those pot stocks. So nothing's really triggering yet. Lucy's starting to have some good activity. I like it. Lucy. All right, the market making new lows now. So the market selling continues, and that could push us right into pre-market lows and breakdown. So the Tesla or market trade could be on. We're going to break that level potentially momentarily here. 11,300 on NASDAQ. Or I don't know what that is on the Qs. All right, we are crunching a little bit here. It's just digesting a little bit, potentially before further rip down, reversal off the bottom. We don't know. We'll see which way it goes. And no, Lucy's ripping down now. So it didn't trigger yet. $3.20 will be the triggered entry on Lucy. $3.20. That was a flush down at VWAP though. So that was a useful entry right there at 270 if you want to take it with a stop at like 250. All right, the market is breaking down now. And it's pulling back up after that little breakdown. Tiny little fake down. ADTX is just hanging out around VWAP, so just keep an eye on that. ADTX will need it to break like 425 to be in. Everything's pretty much fading. We're not really having momentum. The market's ripping back up. It reversed off of that bottom. This could just be a liquidity grab. I mean, this could be just a really volatile, choppy open. Like this could be just a liquidity grab before going down. Market seems intent in attempting a new high. So that's what it seems to be behaving as right now. Hecto starting to come up and over VWAP. It's going to need to get over like 0.27 at least, 0.27, 27 cents at least. And the market did come off of those highs. Back in the mid-range. Looks like a ranging day so far. We are getting more bearish volume by about 40% than bullish overall so far. Something's off. Something's big coming. Seems like we are going to the bottom. Yes, it does seem like we are going to the bottom. Yeah. It really does. And that's where we're going right now. It is moving down. Oil just spiked. I don't know. There's something on the news on oil, perhaps. Just spiked from, I think, like 89 to 90 in like minutes. Yeah, 89 to 90. They're pretty fast move. That didn't correlate to anything. So something happening with oil, probably OPEC or the likes. Oh yeah, yesterday was great and really easy to trade. Today, this is crunchy nightmare mess. VIX is at what, 30.5. I mean, when the VIX is over 30, it's just like throwing spaghetti up in the air. Yeah, PRVB. Somebody else just mentioned that. PRVB. Let's take a look. Okay. Yeah, the trade could be on PRVB. It went from around 6 yesterday to almost 7 now. 6 at the close yesterday to almost 7 now. Yeah, the market's still just ranging, just hanging out right here. Seems to be just soaking up liquidity, but what it's doing is it's soaking up all that liquidity up high. I think that's for a move down. I think possibly we're going to be making lower lows soon. I think any breakouts to the upside might be fake outs to grab liquidity. Over on PRVB, it's a momentum breakout strategy at the moment. So 690 is what you're looking for it to break, or even just right here, 680. There you go. It's in. That's entrance, and 660 for your stop. So 20 cents of risk. More or less you should just be learning from when I'm, commentating on these trades, because you should already know what I'm saying moments before I'm even saying it, through practice, simulator, work, experience, education, knowledge, and experience there. You should be able to already know those levels. So you hear me, and that should be just an educational side of everything. Because by the time I'm saying it, if it's momentum trades like we're talking about, you can miss it by 5 cents, 10 cents. Yeah, somebody says TLRY is falling apart on us. Yeah, TLRY is not a trade. It's definitely falling. All the pot stocks selling off at the opens. Sundial, Kern, all of them. That trade's not a trade. It was a possibility. Okay, we're starting to move back up to the top of the market again. Ranging thing. And we're pulling back off of that. A lot of ranging. Yeah. Oh, and that's fine. Somebody said this is perfect. I love this comment. It says, I thought we would have more action in one direction today. That might be coming, But what I like about that comment is, yeah, good. Realize what you thought is not happening and get the fuck over it. Drop that right away, because the longer you take to follow what's actually going on, the more money you'll lose, or the more you're going to not be able to see an opportunity. You have to be just constantly following the market. Again, it's crowd psychology. Like, it's not an opponent. It's not like chess. You can't, or tennis or something. You can't start to see somebody's weakening. It's more like trading the weather. Okay, we are breaking one inner pivot in the trading range right now and heading down to test lows on the market. But I mean, it's a lot of chop. It's a lot of ranging. Eventually, maybe we'll hit the low and we'll get a breakdown. I think that's what all that upper liquidity gathering was all about for the last couple minutes. Otherwise, it's going to be a fake down. That's why an entrance in this kind of situation, now that we're getting this ranging block, could be better on the back bounce. Let it do its thing, and then get in on the next little consolidation pull up as it starts to turn down. Like trading Latinas. I almost thought you said llamas. Yeah, that's Mark, by the way. We got to get Mark and RJ all together on the stream one time. All right, we are testing the low of the day. I gotta double check. I think that might not be the pre-market low. Yeah, it is. We're testing the lows, so we could crack here. So this could be it. There we go. We just made a new low of the day. Is it going to fill up with a lot of momentum? Yeah, it seems to be. Now, if you missed that as a breakout trader, you might have got that. But if you missed that, you can wait for the pullback now and reject off of the zone that was created. And it might happen. It might not happen that you get that, and that's one of the frustrations of a pullback trader versus a breakout trader. But the pullback trader never gets faked out. Much more rarely gets faked out. A breakout trader gets faked out frequently. So there's gives and takes there. But it looks like we're gonna keep dropping. Okay, we're dropping. The next support level is further down by about twice this length, or maybe 30% more of this length. 11,235 on the NASDAQ. I don't know what that is on the Qs for you guys. All right, the market is reached like a little knot level here, but I do believe it still has a little bit of a ways to go. It's kind of a little blue sky region here. A void they call it. Kano is halted. Lucy is in my diamonds. Yeah, Lucy. All right. Lucy did break that level we were talking about, 320 for an entrance with a stop at what? We've said 50 cents of risk. Okay, good stuff. Good. I hope you guys got that. That was the back. I think that was a little bit of the back bounce right there for pullback traders. So now's a time after the move coming here or right around here where you could go in for the short on the market. Yeah, no. A good entry for Tesla long term? No, I wouldn't do anything long term right now. In the market, and the VIX is over 30 like that, that's no good. All right, so that was it. The moment to short was about 40 seconds ago as it pulled back up there. Will it follow through and become a short? We don't know. But that seemed to be the peak of the pullback in that range. And I do think there is one more leg here left before it goes into sideways consolidation. Lucy is based in Miami. Oh, okay. I'm having fun this weekend. Lucy looks a little sketchy, so just keep an eye on it. All right, here we go. We're moving to potentially break lows. And there it is. New lows on the day, on the market, looks like across the board. The Dow, S&P 500, and the Qs. Was a little bit of a fake out down there. Fake down, rather. I've gone and I've secured profits on the move that I grabbed there. Very tiny little almost scalp. And I'll get back in if we break down. Yep. Well, we already know that there's going to be rate hikes. We already know that. It's just that the outlook is a little bit more heavy now. So it could go longer. There could be another quarter point projections. So Lucy still doing good, and Proverb or Prevention Bio, PRVB, still doing good. It just hit $7. Your entry was around $6.90. Okay, here we're going to make some further lows potentially. On the market is now touching lows again. Hasn't quite cracked. Not looking. No, there's nothing going on that would cause the market to stop trading today. A market halt, like for that, you'd need something much bigger than what happened today, than a 0.2% unemployment surprise. It wasn't bad news. It was good news. And the good news was bad news. So it was the opposite of what you just said. It was good news. Unemployment was better than expected. Like, yay. But unfortunately, that means the Fed's having like just no effect. But if they're smart, which I don't think they are, compared to actual smart experts who aren't politicians or in a position to be political or in a government position with their expertise, if they're smart, they'll let it just play out, though, because these things take time. But you got, yeah, it is definitely, the kind of bad news is sometimes good news thing. In this case, it was good news is bad news. I mean, a real expert economist wouldn't have even stimulated the economy in the first place, wouldn't have even fucked with rates, because one of the best things that could have happened is for inflation to have gotten to the point where nobody could even buy anything. That's one of the best things that could have happened because they would have stopped buying things. The worst thing we could do is manipulate this so that it's nice and soft. There's just no way that Stephen Hawking gets hired in a government position. There's just no way that the smartest people become political government employees. It just doesn't work out that way. See, governments, by sort of definition, not going to be the best choices. At least the way our government is set up. Trading View, yes. Did somebody ask me what my platform? Trading View. Ronnie, what do you think about USO? Okay, how long will the free trial be available for your group? I'm interested, but can't take advantage at the moment. Ronnie, it's always, anybody who wants to come check out the group and what it has particularly special to offer, gets 1 week of free access. So you'll be able to check that out anytime. So how's Lucy doing? All right, Lucy's still hanging out around 340. You want to be taking profits off underneath every 10-cent level on a $3 to $5 stock range. Take a look at the market on the 5-minute chart. Boy, it just looks so vertically down on the 5-minute. All right, later. Somebody else has to go. Okay, we're breaking down now, breaking to new lows. It's not the kind of day that a lot of people get into momentum trades. The reason the momentum market started to heat up is those are small caps and with prospect, and the market needs to be favorable to be able to help and assist and grow that momentum, and we just couldn't do that. And now with the move today, I think that pretty much puts a squelch on it, and we're going to see a somewhat dead Monday in momentum trading. But we'll eventually reach the end of the move. Maybe it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and things will start to heat up again, and it'll start to heat up in the small caps first. So we'll see it leading from underneath like that. It is a kind of weather system in that way. Big red bloody chart. Okay, that got kind of extended, so I'm going to exit my short on the market right there. If it goes further, I'll just get back in on a back test. Need to run later, Mike? What up? What? Could have told this weeks ago. Well, yes. But it's all about drawdown and Sortino ratio and how much risk you put your capital to. You do not want to get into the times and the periods which have some uncertainty around them or certainty. But, kudos to you for trying to figure things out. Well, see, I seem to be like the ultimate bottom there so far. And we're starting to pull back a little bit and soften. So I sold into strength. I covered into strength. Oh, here we go. We may be weakening. Probably going to be a fake down, and this is why I don't want to enter again until we get like a back bounce. Cano doing some movement. Didn't we pull that up, or did I forget to pull that up? Okay. Oh yeah, you guys, CANO looks great. Pretty much right here. This is the entry, 965. The breakout will be at 972. The stop at 925. So you're talking about 50 cents of risk roughly on CANO. We're coming in at just the right time. 50 cents of risk from here. All right, Joe, good job. You made back everything. What did you do that in? Oh, maybe a short on the market. And I'm back in for whatever this is. We had a little back and then push down further. And yeah, it looks like a fake down, so I'm out. Yeah, so we're starting to see some bottom softening here. We might be curving around and losing some of the downward momentum. And then what did you say, Joe? You had puts on SPY. Good. Yeah, good. Yeah, so I shorted the 368. Oh, you were playing SPY? Oh, you would have made more money on the Qs. I don't know if you've heard me say that like 1,000 times. But you would have made more money on the same exact move on the Qs. For instance, SPY dropped from an open of 369 and has currently hit a low of like 365. That is a drop of 1.08%. The Qs opened at 275 and got as low as 271.76. And so their drop was 1.17%. So more. It's always more. You always can make more money if you play the Qs instead of SPY. Yeah, just do it. I mean, it's just stupid not to. I mean, the math is right there. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't just get used to it. Come on, get your act together. Do you want to make more money? Like, mathematically is more correct to trade the Qs. The end. Yes. Yes, you can do that. You should watch all markets simultaneously. Yeah. They move together. Not always at the same time, but the Qs move more extreme. Those are all stocks that are higher beta. They're higher growth stocks. You have fucking shit like Dollar General and McDonald's mixed in with S&P 500 and Visa and all these value companies. Dollar General, what's the other one? The other dollar stock, Dollar General and Dollar Tree and a whole bunch of those. They're not going anywhere. They're just diluting the move for you. That's why Qs will always give you the bigger move. The Qs will give you 31% more ROI. It's just like there's to argue about. Yeah, Coca-Cola. I mean, there's just way too many the stocks in there. All right, we're going sideways now. I think we found some bottom. Still doesn't mean we can't go lower. Just it's definitely softening. And so on that note, I am going to move back into the group. And looks like Lucy's back at 323. That's a fail out there on whoever's holding Lucy, by the way. And a flush down to VWAP buy at 310. And okay, cool, guys. Thank you. Good morning to you. And let's see where this day goes. Okay, Google, stop. What did I say? Oh, I said okay. Okay, I have to be careful what I say. Oh my god. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend. Yes, have a great weekend. See you in the group.